Hello, everyone. Wow, crazy. My first live stream, no one here. Oh, cool. Wow, gotta fix the background a lot. I just wanted to do this more for me, just to get online and then just start preparing all the stuff that I want to prepare because I want to do this at least once a week, and then we'll see where that goes. So yeah, today I just wanted to introduce myself. So my name is Harry Oram. I am the founder of the Third Culture Film Festival and the Third Culture Network. I used to run the Third Culture Film Festival in Hong Kong, and with that, I had an online magazine called Third Culture. So I think the fast version, when people ask me what Third Culture is I say third culture are the people who are in between. So the traditional explanation is when. So I'm just reading some of these cool add-ons. It says you can mark the stream, and you can create a highlight video. That's crazy. Yeah, third culture is basically when you are not your parents' culture, not your born culture. So the traditional thing of a third culture kid was usually they were sons of missionaries or military kids. So they're born outside their parents' culture, so they don't fully belong to the place that they've born and grown up from. And when they return to their parents' culture, if they do, they don't feel at home there either. So the question that comes up a lot is, where do you belong? What does home mean to you? And this has led to some really interesting conversations. I love having these kinds of discussions because it sort of affects the world more and more. As the world's got smaller, it's easier to travel, but we've also migrated a lot more, intermarried a lot more. And good or bad, society is becoming more multicultural, and we're having to have this discussion. We've now got to a place when you look at the US, the UK, you look at Europe, people are now having a discussion on, is diversity a strength? What is the point of tradition? What makes a country? Where do your values come from? All of this. And I find all these conversations super fascinating. The biggest thing that I was always concerned about, and I'm still concerned about, is creating a platform where we can have these discussions. Because honestly, they're very sensitive subjects, and most people don't want to have the discussion, either because they're afraid to talk about it, to say the wrong thing, to offend other people. People worried about being cancelled. Nowadays, it's because I kind of go on the other extreme. People don't care about getting cancelled. They're saying crazy stuff. Some people are just straight out racist. And I think from my position, especially with Third Culture Network, what I want to platform is I want to platform, firstly, the third culture kids, right? The third culture people. And I believe this is more of a mindset than, your DNA, more than just like the mix of your parents. Because I think third culture is finding that middle way. And it's really just those people that just are open to having the conversation. Because if my parents are from two different cultures, naturally you're going to have conversations, or the conversations were had before you were born, on what is the dominant language at home, what kind of food are we going to eat regularly, what school are you going to go to, all these different things. All these values, these cultural values, are going to be discussed by your parents. And growing up in between these worlds, we don't want to pick sides. So I feel like these third culture individuals are natural bridges between cultures, and are natural peacemakers and natural leaders to find a middle way. Um, and then the film festival is an extension of that, because I think one of the best ways to share each other's stories and points of view is through film. Um, yeah, there's a lot of things the film festival champions. I think cinema's dying a little bit. I mean, obviously is, um, and I want to get back to live events, community. Even though we're watching a movie, I want to watch a movie with a bunch of people at the same time, have a discussion about it. I want to have a shared experience, and every year the festival's been getting better, getting to meet the filmmakers that make these amazing films. So yeah, it's really exciting. I'm super glad to be able to get all of this out there. Um, Divot and I, my business partner in the film festival, he's the festival programmer. We do have another podcast called Third Culture Crossroads. So that's going to be me and him. I hope that will continue once we move into our studio. But for now, I don't want to slow down on putting content out there. There's just so much to talk about with, I don't want to get too political, but I do think we need to discuss some stuff. I do need a more professional setup. Um, if I'm going to be like more of a talking head. But for now, I just wanted a place where I can communicate with my audience, get stuff out there more, help start building community, really define the things that we're building, and start connecting with people that are looking for that and people that want to contribute that to that. Um, yeah, so as we go, so this is more for me because there's no one here. I'm just crazy talking to myself. So this is more for me to clip. Um, I guess I'll post it, and if anyone's watching this, cool, please say hi, comment, like, uh, and comment on the kind of subjects you want to talk about. I remember when we first had the magazine, there was like sensitive subjects that were worth discussing. For example, bullfighting. Bullfighting, very steeped in Spanish culture, um, and tradition. So you have, modern animal rights activists saying we've got to cancel this, and then you have other people saying, oh, we can't talk about it because it's their tradition. Who are we to condemn? So it's like, where can we talk about this stuff? Same with, there's a tradition. I think it's in Norway where they kill a bunch of dolphins once a year, and that's very upsetting for people. So where can you talk about that? And then the thing is, like, then you take it to the extreme, and it becomes a lot of cancel culture. People saying cultural appropriation. You can't do this, you can't do this. But I feel, and I think it's a matter of opinion, and I would gladly discuss it with anyone willing. But I think there's so much more value in cultural appreciation rather than appropriation. I like working with artists and cultural leaders who want to get their culture out there, who want to get their narrative and their work out there, and they appreciate it when it's seen, and they appreciate it when people wear their stuff, see their stuff, eat their food, listen to their music. Um, I am concerned that the opposite of that, if we just all stay in our lane, um, we will lose that ability to fuse and mix and learn from each other and create something new. Um, and that's also, what third culture is about. It's about looking at looking at tradition, but also looking at innovation, looking at, what we should preserve, even if it's not sort of natural to preserve it, if there's a value to preserve it. So let's say, for example, how many languages were there 100 years ago? How many of those have like slowly died out or not being spoken by so many people anymore? Is it worth, like, a classic example like Latin? Latin is considered a dead language. Um, is something lost if a language disappears like that? An ability to think a certain way, say a certain thing, when a language is gone, a perspective is gone. So is it worth preserving that? And in that case, whose responsibility is it to preserve that point of view? Is it on that bloodline? So is it up to the Latins, i.e., like the Romans, the Italians, to continue Latin, or is it anyone that takes an interest in it? Because if that's the case, then that is cultural appropriation, but with a clear value because you don't want it to die out. And if you didn't appropriate it, then it would have died out. So I think there's a lot of nuance to it. I think it's an absolutely fascinating subject. I do want to create a platform where it's safe to discuss these topics. It's safe to have open debates and try to get through the nitty gritty. Try to have the difficult conversations. Not to be clickbaity or seek controversy or seek to upset people. I genuinely just love platforming um, different points of view with the sake of progressing and finding that middle way. I'm very big on finding more leaders in the community to stand up, more people who had that middle way approach to make peace. I think we've just been so polarized politically, culturally for the past. COVID made it so much worse. Um, it'd be great to see people coming together more over culture. Like there was a time, I swear there was a time when culture was the bridge. It was a way to bring people together. I disagree with you politically, but we both like the same music. We can just be like, hey, look, I disagree with you on this. You disagree with me on this. Let's have a drink and listen to this music. But now, you have artists who are like, if you disagree with me politically, I don't want you to listen to my music. And I feel that's completely um, missing the biggest value to what that music could bring, which is bringing people together. Um, so yeah, let's see where this goes. It's exciting for me. I hope I'll get one listener at least at some point because it would be good to talk to someone about it. Otherwise, I will probably be getting my team to chat to and then guests and stuff like that. And I will definitely try to dress up and make this whole place look better. But at the same time, it's also cool to see the progress. I do have some announcements coming up. The film festival has some important dates coming up, but I'm not sure if I should share this on this channel or I do it on the film festival YouTube. But I think that's number one done. Cool. This is all very new for me, so yeah. I don't even know how you wrap it up. Here we go. End stream. Peace. I think I need like a goodbye phrase, but we'll work on that, and I can clip that. This is like the worst goodbye, and it can only get better. Okay, thanks so much for those of you who listen.